Shiva, you all can send your names, but Shiva, I have permitted him already because he's there.
Sir, thank you, Chairman, sir.
1 minute, Shiva.
Sir, on the 10th of March 2022, it was reported that in Mumbai, 3 laborers who have been engaged for manual scavenging in a septic tank died because of inhaling the toxic fumes. As Madam Jayaji pointed out, though there is an act in place, the Prohibition of Employment for Manual Scavenging 2013, the lack of implementation of that act, and it mostly rests on with the law enforcement activities and the rehabilitation measures. Sir, one thing, sir, these laborers, they don't have any protective gear. They just tie a rope on the hip and get into that, and they hold their breath, sir. When they are not able to sustain the breath, they have to consume either the toxic water or the toxic fume, and they have to die. So, sir, I would urge the government that 2 things have to be done. Mostly they are engaged by contractors. So, stringent action must be taken against them who engage them violating the law. And second, rehabilitative measures is very much essential, which the government should concentrate.
Jairam Ramesh.
Thank you.
Sir, the war in Ukraine has once again focused attention on the state of medical education in our country. Today, there are about 92,000 medical MBBS seats. 16 lakh young men and women give the exam year after year. That means 1 out of every 18 who gives the exam gets admission to a medical college in India. Now, unfortunately, sir, out of these 92,000 seats we have, just about 53% is government colleges. 47% is private medical institutions whose population has been increasing over the last years. Sir, the government came up with the NMC bill in 2017, and that bill said that the National Medical Commission will regulate no more than 40% of the private medical seats. No more than 40%. Means it could be 1%, it could be 40%. So the standing committee, under the chairmanship of Professor Ram Gopal Yadav, changed this to at least 50%. So no more than 40% became at least 50%. In 2019, this House and Parliament passed the National Commission Bill. It became the National Medical Commission Act, and there that at least 50% was changed to 50%. So today, 50% of the medical institutions in the private sector are subject to guidelines of the National Medical Commission. The Prime Minister has said that 50% of the private institutions will pay government fees. That is not a new announcement. That is the law that this Parliament passed. So my request to the government through you is that we must increase the population of government medical colleges. We must strictly regulate the fees of all medical institutions, including private institutions. Sir, the policy in private medical institutions is pay now, learn later. It should be learn now, pay later, because there is an acute shortage of medical doctors and public health professionals in this country. Sir, the belief that private medical education will form the foundation of medical education in this country is deeply flawed and deeply dangerous. And I want to bring this to the attention of the government through you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramesh. See, whoever want to associate, please send a slip. See, Abdul Wahab.
I am now taking again the issue of transgenders. Our respected Shivji, in a private bill, he introduced here, and later it is taken by government. But what is the implication afterwards? Same things are continuing. They are the most neglected community in our society. Around 5 million people are there for some NGO reports, but some 500,000 only registered as these sort of genders. So I urge the government to take up this measure. In any of the family, if it is there, then only they feel the punch of that. They are totally neglected. That is why they are going outside. I was talking in unofficial talk with our professor, Yadavji, and Ruba, our Honorable Minister, Rubala, Honorable Minister. They are all telling that they are harassing. But how they are harassing? Because of their exclusion from the community. They are forced to harass other people. But government of India, in Asia, we are the most neglecting people, this transgender. So I am urging the government to take all the datas. Now people are not giving the census, they are not ready to give their original status. So many reasons are there. Don't take just like what they are doing in the, streets or sometime some places. They are harassing, of course. But it is because of negligence from our side. So I urge the government to do maximum possible. Only few people. Few people, not 5 million is not a big thing in 130 crores. So, sir, I am not taking much. Please look into this case. Very mercifully, I urge the government, Rubalaji, take it in a right sense and please do that one. Thank you very much.
Right. Srimati Shanta Chetriji.
Thank you, sir, for allowing me to speak. Sir, I would like to draw the kind attention of this August House that Himalayan State Regional Council for Sustainable Development in Indian Himalayan region was constituted by Niti Aayog. The council deliberated on the implementation of 5 reports released by Niti Aayog on number 1, inventory and revival of springs in the Himalayas for water security. Number 2, sustainable tourism in the Indian Himalayan region. Number 3, shifting cultivation towards a transformation approach. Number 4, extending skill and entrepreneur landscape in the Indian Himalayan region. And number 5, data for informed decision making. On this regards, I would like to urge the August House to seek detailed explanation from the Honorable Planning Minister why nothing so far has culminated into ground reality and no benefit or development so far for Himalayan, Darjeeling Himalayan region received so far. Thank you, sir.
Dr. Narendra Jadhav. Send the name. Send your name by slip.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman, sir. I rise today to speak for a community that has been neglected for a very long time. The size of the community might be too small for any political party to take it seriously to woo them, but the plight of that community is too large and pathetic to be ignored. Sir, I am speaking about the widows of Vrindavan. Their exact population is unknown. Destitute, deserted, and widowed, these women arrive in Vrindavan to earn their livelihood. They are abandoned, banished by their families, and they are left begging for survival. They are mostly dependent on the state, the bhajan ashrams, and the pilgrims that come to the town of Vrindavan. Sir, we are very proud of our family system, but this is a blot on Indian society. Most of these women are unable to access social welfare schemes because the proof of residence needed is not there with them for accessing government services, which they are unable to produce. Since majority of them are illiterate, it is not possible for them to exercise their property rights as well. Furthermore, sir, the shelter homes for widows are overcrowded, highly unhygienic, having conditions, and they lack basic amenities. Also, there is no data that are available about vaccination and COVID-19 testing in these shelter homes for widows. There have also been reports of corruption in regard to pension for these widows. Sir, through you, I would like to urge the government to deal with this issue, which is giving our country a bad name all over the world. The government should restore the property rights of the widows. Also, the government should issue directions to the district magistrate for better implementation of social welfare scheme meant for these widows. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Whoever want to associate, send the name. Sri V. Vijay Sai Reddy.
Already we have discussed and
Thank you, Chairman, sir. Sir, the practice of hiring the teachers on contract basis has become a great problem in this country, which is adversely affecting the quality of education in India, sir. Initially, the government of India used to hire the teachers on contract basis in an exceptional cases. However, in the current era, it has become a common method for teacher staffing. Sir, we have 6.5 lakh contract teachers, which is 13% of the total teachers in the country. Sir, the situation in the rural areas and the disadvantageous areas even more, and the contract teachers in those areas is as high as 41% in the just last 5 years. Almost about 1 lakh teachers have been added in the education sector on contract basis. Sir, contract teachers are appointed on ad hoc basis with no service benefits, no job security, lower salary than the regular teachers, and this has caused the general discontent among the teachers engaged on contract basis, and they have financial stress and lack of motivation among the teachers, sir. This decline in teachers' welfare has made it difficult to attract and retain the talented teachers in the teaching sector, thus bringing down the overall quality of the education in the country, sir. In our culture, Indian culture, we consider the teachers as gurus, as gods. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheswara. Sir, but by normalizing the contract teachers, our teachers are not